the Shameless plug with Crimson Vibes and Denine's creative mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Dimitri and Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.
Plug.
Hello. Welcome to another episode of the Shameless Plug podcast. I am Deneen Akana.
And I am Denitra Taylor. What is going on, everybody out there in podcast land? That sounds weird. I'm going to figure this out one day.
Yes,
I'm going to have a good opening. Podcast land. I said one day I'm going to figure this out. Today ain't the day. I'm going to figure it out, though. But hey, everybody, how y'all doing out there?
Welcome. This is season 2, episode 14. Hey, when are we going to end the season? Like, we gotta have a meeting. We gotta talk about that because I mean, like, how many episodes is going to be in this season?
I know, because we can't.
I mean, are we going to break for the summer?
You know,
take a month off. We need to take a month off and then we come back to season 3.
I like that because that's what they do for sitcoms. They take a month or two off. And then they come back. I like that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So we just got to decide which month we're going to take off.
So
we'll have a meeting with that.
We'll have a meeting. We'll talk about that. We gotta have a podcast. We gotta have a shameless plug.
Well, I mean, if you want to discuss it now, it ain't like some other people gonna show up. So it ain't like Tommy gonna be there. You know what I'm saying?
He ain't gonna be at the meeting. It'll just be me and you. It'll just be us at the meeting. I know,
exactly. Hello, Brian. Welcome. We see you are here, Brian. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, So it's just gonna be us. So whenever you're ready to have the meeting, sis, I'm ready. You know what I'm saying? It's all good.
Okay, sounds good.
It's all good. We'll
have the
meeting. Yes. So, sis, I know you got a lot to talk about. You was busy.
Listen, I have been having a purity ball.
Wait, hold on. Before you get into that, we just got to give shout out to we got to give a shout out to, Jonathan Coleman is in the house.
Hey, Jonathan. Shout out to him
tonight.
Nah, he ain't. He ain't gonna behave.
I know.
He ain't gonna behave.
He ain't right.
On tonight. He ain't gonna behave. No, he not. We know. We already know. That's okay though. Look, it's all about takes a bow. Yes, Jonathan, take a bow. Somebody said you are so pretty.
You, Isaac.
Oh, look at that.
Thank you to both of us, right? Thank you.
No, he said you are pretty. He told you.
All right. So,
yes. Okay. So what have I
you can be you too?
My sister is gorgeous. Yes, she is. Yes, she is. She is gorgeous. and she about to come out of her winter-ish outfits now. You starting to feel a little bit better?
You see, I slowly did it today, right? You see, I did it today, right? Just for the podcast. But it's supposed to be raining and dipping down low back into the weather. So we'll be back into baggy jeans and glasses tomorrow. Okay.
I got you.
We'll be back
totally
to that tomorrow.
Understand.
All right, so come on, tell us about the movie set. Tell us about what you was doing.
Okay, so we spoke last week about me being away filming, and so now this week, shout out to Tamika Melvin, our sister from Brooklyn. We started on her project called Choices, and it was so awesome. And I like just to see her vision come to life. I wanted to cry. She didn't cry. She did good. But I wanted to cry for her because, anybody who knows her knows what she's going through. To actually now see her baby come to life, it was just a proud moment. So, shout out to Tamika. I think she's on, or she'll be on. And everybody who worked with her on Choices this last weekend. So, so I was able to be script supervisor for her, and it was awesome. And then I got another movie I will be helping on the end of this month as well. So I'm staying busy, booked and busy. I love it though. I love it. Oh my gosh. I feel good. Wait, I can't wait for you to get to where you're doing this, and you're gonna be like, you're gonna feel so good about it. You're gonna be like, wow, I'm doing my thing now. I'm there. I'm in. You're gonna be in the zone. That's what it's gonna look like. You're gonna be in the zone, and you're gonna go forth. So I'm ready for you.
I can't wait. It's gonna come.
Yeah,
we're gonna start focusing more on it.
It is.
We're gonna have to sit down and really like go in, like start from the process. Like, okay, what's the first thing I gotta do? All right.
Yeah.
First thing I gotta do is I need like about $800,000. No, let me stop.
Put it out there.
No. No. I know, but that was the part where you were supposed to really say, no, sis, you really don't have to come up with $800,000.
No. That's just gonna fall in your. That's just gonna fall in your pocket. You ain't gonna have no work to do. It's just finding those investors and those sponsors for them to give you that money. That's what I'm talking about. I ain't talking about you going out there and working hard. It's just gonna fall in your lap.
Yeah.
What you're gonna need to film.
It's gonna fall. Money.
Will rain down. Yes.
Money.
That's right. That part.
Yep.
Right there. So
rain on me. It's gonna rain on me. Rain on me.
Okay. Well, I was jamming with you. Okay.
You say silly.
I was jamming with you. I got you. I was jamming.
Oh, wait, y'all just said yes. Wait, that's the magic number. Yes, 800,000 for everybody. Raises wine glass. You get a raise. You get 800. You get 800. Yes.
That's it. Just gonna be like, pow.
Everybody praying on it.
Yeah.
Yes. Manifest. We're gonna manifest.
Yes.
Exactly.
So what else have you been up to?
Really not much. It's been kind of sort of a quiet, me doing my creating, like, me, I'm always creating something. I can't help it. Last week, is it last week? Yeah. Not last Thursday, the Thursday before. So 2 weeks ago today, I went down to a coworker of mine was retiring, and but I knew her. And so, matter of fact, I've been on her podcast, and I kept telling her, and at her retirement party, I was like, yes, you got to come and, be on my podcast. She said, yeah, you got to come back, because she interviews authors and poets and things like that. And I was like, yeah, we was talking and laughing it up and everything. And, I'm like, oh man, you're going to be retiring, this and that. She was telling us she had this trips planned and all of this kind of stuff. Baby, why the next week? That was on a Thursday. The next week, Friday, she passed away. I'm like, what the hell? Yes. She passed away the following week. I know. I'm like just so shocked. And I'm like, I'm like, shit, right now, I'm like scared to retire or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And it was, it was really kind of emotional, especially last Friday, because, in the morning I was celebrating someone, well, not celebrating, but I found out that someone who had retired the previous week had passed away. And then that night I went to a retirement party for my bestie. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, it was really an emotional day, but I got through it. Yeah. I'm okay. Then I went to go visit my sister, and so everyone knows I don't really drive my car. My car is just for me to get up and go when I need to get up and go. Because I'm not gonna lie, I hate to drive, right? Mm-hmm. To a certain extent, in the summertime, I love driving more in the summertime because I like with the music blasting, the sunroof open, the windows down, the warm air hitting me in my face. That's what I love and live for. Okay. Yeah. And so, it was one nice day, I drove to work and whatever. And short story, somebody hit me. My car was like 3 months old. Okay. And someone hit me. And quick backstory is that when I was a teenager, I was involved in a car accident where they were pulled to the side of the road and someone was killed. So I have a fear of being on the side of the road. I don't like being on the side of the road. Them cars past me, it drives me crazy. So when we got out and I saw that his car was hanging off, his bumper was hanging off, like, oh my God. But I looked at my car because I hadn't gotten washed and it was white. And I saw like it was dirt all around. I didn't see anything hanging off or anything like that. I rubbed my hand against it. I didn't see anything. And the cause is like, he was like, oh, you don't have no damage. You good. I'm like, okay. I'm good. Because the side of the road and cold. The two worst things I hate in the world. All right. Yeah. Cold and on the side of the road. And I had both of them at the same time. It was just a disaster that day. Long story short, I go and wash my car 2 months later. I had like a little, it's not like a dent, but like the plastic, like it kind of like popped up and opened up a little bit. Yeah. So that was my thing. And I just finally took it around. I'm like, and so I didn't get his information and stuff like that. So now I got to come out of pocket. But it's only God said it was like $500. And I was like, oh, that's not bad. I don't want to pay anything, but that's not bad. I'm thinking, it's going to be like $1,200, $1,300, $500. I can hit that. So that was some good news, that made up from the, what was it, last week, Monday, my car got towed, went to go visit my sister. I'm sitting there. I get an alarm on my car, car open, door open, alarm going off. I come running out. My car just slightly going down the daggone road on the back of the truck. I was like, Lord have mercy. $185 for the toll and $115 for the ticket. So I ain't driving that sucker no more. I think I've been on the same tank of gas since February. People know I'll be driving my last lease car. I had it for 4 years. I turned it in. I had it for 4 years. I turned it in. I had like 7,500 miles on it. I don't drive. It's just for me to go when I need to go. That's it. 4 years, 7,000 miles. Yeah. So think on that. But anyway, so that's my life. Here we are today. Life is good. I'm happy to be alive. I'm happy to be here on another podcast. Amen. And we have some amazing guests. We've been having a lot of men lately. You notice that?
We have. We had our women on when we did the women in film. And then from there, it's been the fellas. It's been the fellas.
It's just really been the fellas. I mean, I'm not complaining. You know what I'm saying? I ain't complaining. And tonight, we got one hand we got hip hop, and on the other hand we got poetry.
Yes. Yeah, it's gonna be so awesome.
We're gonna be entertained tonight. We're gonna be entertained. All right. So we're gonna start with our first guest. And we're gonna go with Ninja because Ninja was here first. Ninja beat me here, okay? Ninja said, I ain't gonna be late. I ain't gonna be late. Ninja was all about that. Showed up on time is late, okay? Oh, he was definitely on time, all right? So Ninja, aka Hangnails, is from Tulsa, Oklahoma, based independent hip-hop artist, media personality, and Wu-Tang affiliated, rapidly emerging as a powerful force in today's evolving music landscape. Known for his raw lyricism, underground authenticity, and forward-thinking creative vision, Ninja blends classic hip hop foundation with modern soundscapes. Okay, we gotta give us a sample of that. Okay, creating music that represents the culture while pushing it forward. His upcoming collaboration with the Wu-Tang Association's Solomon Childs further solidifies his connection to one of hip hop's most legendary lineage, elevating both his credibility and reach. Beyond music, Ninja is a true creative architect, founder of the Off the Coast podcast. You know, we have like a lot of podcast people on too, okay? Creator of Ninja Hits magazine and a comic book publisher. We definitely be having a lot of comic book people up here. I think comic books is about to take over. Comic books is really about to take over. All right. Building a multi-layer brand that spans media, storytelling, and culture. With strategic alignment under the Media Blast PR, shout out to Media Blast, and a growing digital presence, Ninja is on the rise. He's a self-made visionary, positioning himself for long-term impact, influence, and industry recognition. So let's welcome Ninja. Yay! Own hype people, because
we the hype people. We the hype.
Yeah, we the hype. You the hype.
Hold on, before we
hype women for me.
Hold on 1 second. I just looked over here and I see. Wait. Jonathan said, "Hold my beer. I get more women guests."
Shout out to Jonathan Coleman. He is
especially my comic books. We are definitely taking over. Yeah. Yes, comic books are definitely taking over. Yes. Welcome, Ninja.
Thank you.
Yes, thank you for joining us. Now, wait a minute. You had a whole different background when we was backstage.
Well, you started talking about the comics, so I wanted to show this one is special. It's I actually made this one and we dropped it early because Oliver Power Grant of the Wu-Tang had passed away in February 23rd. So I did it to be kind of a comfort and sort of to immortalize Power. And so we had thousands of views that happened after we did this on just MadCloud. And the Wasp comic behind me is featuring Solomon Childs of the Wu-Tang. So he's got the comics, in his property. So, and he loves the comics and is backing this thing all the way. And it didn't start with Wu-Tang affiliation though. It literally started with going viral on what was called WWC Off the Grid podcast. To be up to the first before Off the Coast. We changed the name to Off the Coast, but we're bringing back Off the Grid also. And I'm getting a lot of views from just the content that I've been posting recently for Off the Grid that we're bringing back at the end of the year. So we're going to be bringing that podcast back on Thursdays. We have Off the Coast on Tuesdays, the Killer Bee Wasp podcast on Mondays, and Ninja Hits United podcast on Fridays.
When do you rest?
You can be talking.
I'm gonna say you do podcasts 5 days a week.
My better half is literally she says the same thing. She's like, I don't ever see you. Like, how long was that podcast? It was like 4 hours long. And some of our podcasts, we went 4 or 5 hours long on the podcast. Because we had that many guests because I'm a part of Worldwide Collaboration. Worldwide Collaboration is it's a, they don't call it a group, it's a family. We promote each other. Yeah. And I say like about 4 years ago, we started working on a mixtape called We Are the Virus. And this is where it really started hitting big. And when I met Jonathan Coleman, in fact, was the We Are the Virus mixtape with Worldwide Collaboration was released. And there was 31 of us all over the world on this mixtape. Wow. It was amazing how we did it. We acted like we were hacking the world when we put this video out. we made it look like that in the beginning, and it looked like all the way through it until you get to the song. By the time you get to the song, it was Brad Calley, aka Cinematic. Shout out to Building Legends Inc. Records, and he put that mixtape together. Had some big names like True Will, Kaiju X on it. I was on it. I got a friend of rapper homeboy of mine on it, and then it went so big that we got interviewed by a number of different podcasts. Because of music, and it was the first time in my life that the music actually was out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's always been something else. It's never been really the music too much because I kept that kind of local. But I did used to play in a band, the lead singer of a band. About 5 years ago.
Sing too?
I sing. I play bass, drums, harmonica. I sing or rap, engineer, studio. I play keyboard, guitar since I was a kid. I started playing keyboard when I was 5. They said I could play what I hear on TV, and I was on TV when I was a kid. I was on a show called Dry Gulch here in Tulsa, and it kind of put me into like I went in from there like a little kid to like modeling. So you'd see me in like the Macy's, Dillard's, Walmart ads, sporting my backpack, my BKs, and it was always in my life after that. But I always wanted to be a director because in 6th grade I had some money because of doing this stuff when I was a kid. So in 6th grade I took business tech, and I had money for college course class. So I've taken stuff like business tech and videography together in 7th grade because I always want to be that director. But by the time I got into high school, I'm playing music. I'm playing in the jazz band. So I decided I'm just going to do it all. Why not just do it all? If I can do it all, I can make the music. I can do it all. I studied music theory and music history in high school, and was I was the lead guitarist in the jazz band in high school. So, and won a plaque at a performance hall that we did.
Someone said in 6th grade, stop lying.
It was 6th grade. It was 6th grade when the vision of the actual me being in entertainment started, and actually it was not only that I said to myself when I was that young that if I'm going to be behind the camera, I want to be, or if I'm going to be in front of the camera and in the lights, I want to be behind the camera too. So now I actually direct music videos. So there's been music videos that I've directed. And with this new track that I have with Solomon Childs from Wu-Tang, I actually took a trip up to New York this past January, and I drove back and forth to Philly and back, literally Delaware, to do this from New York to Delaware, a couple hours back and forth over and over to make sure I got him in a movie that I'm in also.
Okay.
I filmed a couple of scenes with him in the film that I'm in, so he's going to be like a cameo. And also did the music video for Problems featuring Solomon Childs, which was produced by, actually, surprisingly, as Tupac's producer. Kevin Rames, aka Kalo, produced the track for me.
Nice.
He was our celebrity co-host on WWC Off the Grid podcast for a long time. And that's where I actually got the Wu-Tang affiliation. So now we can go into like rolling the storyline, like what happened recently the last couple of years and why it's blowing up. Is because on this podcast, I was interviewing mostly Wu-Tang affiliates. And I tried to I was like, okay, I could see this as our opportunity in this. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know how big Wu-Tang, the family, the movement of Wu-Tang was until now. And then under Solomon Childs, I become the vice president now of the Killer Bee Wasp movement. So,
gotcha.
We
got a couple of people on my end that's saying hi. So CJ said, "Sorry to hear about the news, Deneen." And she said, "Hey everyone, Tamika's on." She said, "Wow, that's amazing." And Rashid is on, and he gave us the strong arm. So, shout out to everybody.
The strong arm going.
Yeah, Rashid is with We Don't Wait, We Create. So just saying hey to everybody. So wanted to and who's that? Kia.
Yeah, my TikTok family, Kia. Kia is here. Hey, Kia. Hey, ladies. And then we got our usual Stevie.
Yep. Hey, Stevie.
Hey, Stevie.
You say hey, everyone. All right. So we got a couple of questions for you. You know, you broke down a lot for us, but we're going to ask you some questions.
It gets deep on my end because I've done a lot.
And I also want to give a shout out. I don't know if she's still here, but Sylvia, my sis, my vacation crew sis, she was watching. Shout out to you, love. Yeah. So yeah. All right. So I'm gonna go first. I'm going first.
Yep. Yeah, she go first.
All right. So your music carries that raw underground energy while still sounding modern. How do you balance honoring classic hip hop culture while creating something fresh for today's audience?
I'll be honest with you. I'm literally lost on that right now. I've got to. It's not. I don't think it's like writer's block. I literally don't know how to top the last song I did with Solomon. And if I can't top that song, it's not gonna. And when I made that song, when I first heard the beat from Kalo, when he sent it to me,
yeah,
I wasn't even thinking Tupac. I just listened to it, and I turned to my girl and I said, I'm gonna make a hit out of this. I was really rocking to it, and it was really the only track that he sent me 6 tracks and only really was rocking to that one track, and I said I can make a hit out of this, and I did. This is like 10 years of music though, from over 10 years ago that I've been trying to hone a rap craft when I was actually start off in rock music. So I actually played in a band. I played in a lot of mini bands, different instruments, most of the bass. I'm a bassist, just naturally. I hear the bass in the music, and it's the bass that kind of gets me moving. So now what I'm thinking is, I don't want to give too much away, a little spoiler, but I have maybe an idea for doing a club hit.
Okay.
The next track I'm doing and I got a producer, Little shout out to Little she is a crazy producer and got the turntables, everything. She made this beat, sent it to me last night, and I am thinking about that's going to top Problems featuring Solomon Childs, but let's get Solomon on it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So SJ said, she said, what's the name of the hit? Is it out right now? The one that you did?
I have not published anything on all platforms yet, but it's about to be charted in all platforms.
Okay. So SJ, once we find out, once he lets us know what it is, I'll let you know what it is. And that way we all network. We're going to branch out and we're going to make sure everybody listens to this music. So
I literally held off on it because I can't talk. It's something I can't talk about yet, but there's a contest that I won with it. With the track. So I can't really talk about it yet, and that's why I haven't released it yet. But I did the music video really quick. Like after we did it, I had a feeling that I was going to push back the release date. And I said at the beginning, I said I'll probably push back the release date because of all the magazine we were doing and the comics that we wanted to put out for, especially the Wasp. Whenever this one came out, it really made sense to me because I met Tupac when I was a kid, and the bringing hip hop up was, and that was because my dad, really, that I met Tupac. He played in bands, but when I was a kid, I got to shake his hand. My dad had taken us to Disneyland, and we saw the second version of California Love. California, no time to party. That one. Mm-hmm. The second version that he's filming, where Tupac was like in the leather and fur and the spikes, I was actually there.
Like the Mad Max.
It looked just like Mad Max 2. And Mad Max 2 was coming out with Mel Gibson, exactly. Yeah. And Mel Gibson was also there, but I couldn't get around too much shaking their hands and getting an autograph or whatever. Mm-hmm. But my dad had bought me the book they called A Rose That Grew Out of Concrete. And that book changed that was Tupac's it was Tupac's poetry book before he was even famous with Digital Underground, before he was even discovered by Digital Underground up in Seattle. And I did a lot of research on Tupac just because I wanted to be that myself. I wanted to do what he did, even if I'm white, even if it doesn't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to but do it. But then I realized when I got older, I ended up rolling with the wrong people. In my 20s, I ended up rolling with Suge and just going about the rap game the wrong way is what I found out is when I tried to quit the rock music in my 20s and to go into rap, I just decided it was time. I had to start back over. So I came back to Tulsa and I started in the blues.
Gotcha. Okay.
Started playing the blues. I said, I'm going to play the blues.
All right, well, just to let you know. Casey, you got some fans up in here. You got Ninja, you got Casey Chipley. He said, I'm here, big dog.
Yeah, he watches our podcast. A lot.
Okay, he said, let's go, Ninja. You got some fans, and then Kia.
I appreciate it. I appreciate everybody. That is dope. It's really dope. Yeah.
And she said,
I wanted to end with like what I was trying to say. Even though I did the things wrong in my life, I wanted to turn it around. And I started with the blues. I was playing in the blues band, literally the lead singer playing bass and playing harmonic at the same time with a harness in this blues band. And that was not going anywhere for me because I was not pushing that out there marketing wise. I was just staying locally because I was really just trying to hone myself into music more and get back to the roots of it before I start rapping. That way the actual rap is real hip hop. When I get to the hip hop, it's real hip hop. And it's amazing that I can, with this new track, these new tracks that I have more tracks with Solomon that other than this one that I have one of them with him myself. But to be able to rock him out and to know this guy's from Staten Island. He's from where hip hop was originated, most of it, or the sound of the real hip hop comes from the Staten Island, that Wu-Tang, the Brooklyn, Brooklyn Zoo. It is the Wu, and we put it up like that, the Wu-Tang Clan. So, and I was never seeing like this 2 years ago, me being affiliated with Wu-Tang. Didn't see that coming because Ninja is not a Wu-Tang name. Ninja is an old stunt acting name. I was the stunt actor for Spawn out in California.
Okay. The one with Michael Jai White?
Yes, Michael Jai White. I was one of the stunt actors that wore Spawn's. I wore the Spawn suit.
Really? I remember that movie.
I did a lot of things in my life, more than just stunt acting though as well. I also did voiceovers. So I do a lot of good voiceovers. But when it came to like what I did back in California, I was actually invited out to California in my 20s by The Matrix because my art when I was a kid inspired the Matrix series. And as I was a kid, really what happened was I was 14 writing this comic storyboard and I was painting with watercolors. These were big boards storyboards that I was making this stuff with. And I met Greg Wachowski, the director of The Matrix, before he made that. And I showed him and he loved it and he was inspired by it to make the Matrix series. And in my 20s, they invited me out there. And so I'm sitting in a warehouse that's full of the boxes, the script of the Matrix, all the way up to the ceiling. It's like, you think about a 2-story warehouse. This is boxes. They said they had way too many scripts of the Matrix that they had made, but they were like doing 2 movies at once. And that's what made the Matrix famous, was the best director. These are directors that inspire me, to be one. And Greg Wachowski is probably the best director I ever met in my life. And Greg and the effects guy, Brad, I'm sitting in a warehouse that Brad has. He's turned into an art gallery and with boxes, script, the Matrix in it. And he's showing me how he created the Squiddy Sentinels on his laptop, which is green wires. That's all it looked like. It was before he wrapped it, with the mechanical look at what it looks like. And
Okay.
he asked me how to roll the storyline around to the Matrix, even. And I was able to help him work on that, of rolling the storyline around to the Matrix. So we got a new Matrix coming out too, and it's going to be. And he actually asked me then if I was ever going to come out with the original storyline that inspired Greg. And I told him, yeah, but it's probably going to be, when AI comes to fruition, like to where it's good, where you can actually use it to create scenes and stuff like that. And he said, how long do you think that's going to take? I said, probably 20 years. But I was just popping in something in my head. I didn't know it was that close to what it is now. But I was thinking of George Lucas. I said, basically what you did was, if you want to roll the storyline around, you took my storyline and did it just like you did George Lucas.
Yeah.
You had to go back in time in Star Wars 20 years later, even before it actually got the story right. It was a big mess. The whole storyline. And that the Matrix is not that, though. The Matrix itself is an algorithm. It kind of circles around in a Bible algorithm. That's what Star Wars is. Star Wars is a Bible algorithm storyline, and Hollywood's been doing it for decades.
All right, Ninja. Okay. All right, Ninja. We gotta get back on a little bit back on track though. Like the comments here, you got to lighten up. You know what I'm saying? And we know, so we want to get to that. We want to answer a couple of more questions, and then we want to have you do a spontaneous rap, and then we're going to do a rapid round. Okay, so we got
spontaneous rap is off the dome.
Off the dome.
Okay. Here we go.
So I'm gonna give you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a topic, and you're gonna rap about that topic. All right. But first, we got Casey. Casey again said, "Let's go, fam." Brian, he was like, "Great book." All right. Casey again said, "Dope book." All right. I think we did that one. Oh, we got somebody else who's a worldwide collaboration fam.
That's worldwide collaboration fam. Yeah.
All right. Casey said, "Much love." And then we got Francis Presley.
What's up? That's DJ Mickey Licks. Francis Presley.
You got DJ Mickey Licks. We love you. Worldwide said we love you. All right, we all are here for you, Ninja. Love, that's support. That is support. Okay.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
All right, so he said yada. He said yada. Let's go, bro. Yeah, y'all lit. Okay, and then we got Francis say Mickey Licks. I don't know. It must be some kind of inside joke or something, right?
Yeah.
Then we got worldwide. Yes, you are in the building. Long live the Woo. Okay.
Long live the Woo.
Right. Talking about them best hip hop ever. All right. California knows how to party. I don't know about that now. New York got it going on too now. Kia said Deneen looks amazing. Oh, thank you for my new wig, girls. My new wig. Okay. Right, said, thanks for coming in and supporting my brother Ninja. Oh, it's our pleasure. It's our pleasure.
It's all love. Look at that.
And
it is.
We got
whoa!
And worldwide is just giving a shout out to all
everybody.
You just shouting at everybody. So you know, right?
You got more coming. You know that.
Right, you look for your name as it rolls up and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And he's shouting at everybody. Okay.
Yeah.
And then we got we got Stevie says, so let's check soon.
Justice Avenger, okay. Yeah, okay, DM me.
Stevie said let's check soon on Comic Project. Love to connect with you. My brand Stevie Kitchen LLC Power Door Comic Entertainment. Yes, Stevie. Worldwide against our brother, no doubt. Ninja is what he said. Ninja is all our brother. Yes, I love you. Yes,
dude, that is awesome.
100. Okay. Kid said, I can't wait for this rap.
Yeah. You get it ready?
Oh, Francis
is DJ Mickey Licks. That's what that meant. Yeah.
And then Freddie said, right. So I just wanted to ask one quick question, and because you said something and it just made me think, I don't think I've ever asked this, and I'm really like an old school hip hop person, but to anyone out there who really want to answer this, is there a difference between hip hop and rap?
Is there a difference between hip hop and rap? I think there's a difference in people's minds of what it is, because some people think hip hop is rap and rap is hip hop. But rap actually the word goes way back into Africa. I mean, it goes all the way back into spirituals. You know, that just where the word came from. But hip hop itself is a genre of music. So I think there is a difference between rap and hip hop. I could rap to somebody, my friend, or we could rap on the corner street, hip hop style, but with no music. But hip hop is the music.
All right, so give us a short rap, because we're gonna do this rapid fire real quick, and we got to get to our next guest. So give us a short rap.
Anytime I'm coming with the wasp. I'm coming to tell you, and I'm gonna tell you what's the cost. It's a time I'm gonna be like the boss. What I gotta do, I'm gonna do on the sauce. I'm gonna hit it like I'm gonna win it. Gonna do it like I'm gonna spin it on a fin. Yeah, keep it going on. Yeah, I like to break it down. What I gotta say, I keep it on and on. Yeah, we're gonna go on with the Denise show. Denitra Taylor. Yeah, we going now. Yes, we go. Keep it going with Crimson Vibes production. Yeah, we're going on seduction. Let's go. What you gotta say? I'm gonna be on the flow. Need a good autograph, yo. Let's go ASAP. Let's keep it going on, yeah. Yo.
I know that's right. Get it off for the day.
I had to freestyle in a minute. I literally had to freestyle in a minute. So give me that. I miss Freestyle Fridays because we used to do these podcasts and we have Freestyle Fridays, and that was one of my favorite times. Like my favorite time of the week too. We all get together and like freestyle because I started off as a street rapper. Because I wanted to follow that steps of Tupac. Because he started off as when he was discovered, he was in Seattle on a video just on a street corner with Digital Underground. They just threw this thing and got him on a mic, and he was not famous even then. He was more famous for the poetry book that my dad had bought me, The Rose of Greta Concrete, that his mom had published for him when he was 17. And it was most of his raps in that book.
Yeah.
He took a lot of his raps, I'd say, out of that book that I had when I was a kid. And it made so much clarity to me in my life now after everything that happened with Suge and everything that happened in the past with Matrix and all. It didn't matter anymore when I came to the music because I hadn't really been hitting like anything with the music till now. And I think it's just been building in me because now I got clarity in my life since I met Tupac's producer. It really gave me clarity in my life. He became like a good friend of mine too. Okay. And we'll sit there and talk for hours. He just sent me a track. I haven't been able to get to it, but I'm about to call him after this and listen to his music, this new track that he's got.
Cool. Well, we're just gonna do rapid fire, but we're gonna let people know, where they can find you.
Gotta be.
Who that?
Hold on, Denitra. Hold on 1 second, because you have to be very important because our engineer, Tom Badass, he rapping.
Where's Tom?
So my name
he's
Tom me the badass. I'm the best in the head of my class. I'm the dopest white boy you'll ever see. The Shameless Plug podcast just did it for me. If you wanted a freestyle, here you go. I'll face anyone, bar for bar, toe to toe. I'm badass. I'm the true boss. I'll wipe the guest out and get him to talk.
Oh no, we're going to rap battle.
I'm freestyling and never pass it again. Jesus Christ. You know what? I can't. Denitra, go on with your rapid fire, girl. Go on with the rapid fire.
Oh gosh. All right. So just a real quick rapid fire. It's either this or that. Ready? First question. What's your favorite Wu-Tang album of all time?
I'll be honest with you. I am still deciding that. I am literally not. Even if I said I was affiliated with them now, not just because of the Wasp and everything. Yeah. I literally don't have a favorite, but I love Method Man. I'm one of his best fans. I get on my Facebook, I'm on his engagement list because I engage on him a lot. And I literally recently connected with him and I sent him a copy of this for free because he loves comics, which I think is so cool that like the Wu-Tang Clan has like their own comic character personas. So if you know anything about Method Man, they call him also Johnny Blaze, which is like, you know, Johnny Blaze is the character that plays Ghost Rider.
Gotcha.
Like,
all right. Well, we're only going to do that one rapid question because we got to get on to our next person. But before we go, Ninja, please let everybody know where they can find you at on social media platforms. We ready. We ready to write. We ready.
AKA Ninja, AKA Hangnails on Facebook. Or it's Ninja, just it's NIN space JA on Facebook. Sorry, and then it's at Hangnails, aka Ninja, on Instagram. It's the same on TikTok. Those are pretty much the only ones I'm on. Other than YouTube, you can catch me at Hangnails, aka Ninja YouTube. Also, I'm on SoundCloud. You can check it on SoundCloud, and the Wasp comic is on MagCloud. So you go to MagCloud and you can also check out Ninja Hits Magazine, which we had Solomon Childs on the cover of the first issue of Ninja Hits Magazine. And the Wu-Tang on the back cover, thanks to our partner, one of our partners, DJ, shout out to DJ Vietnam, aka Elvin Jones Jr., who owns Hip Hop Empire Magazine, who put Wu-Tang Clan on the back cover of Ninja Hits Magazine.
Awesome. Well, listen, you still have a lot of story to tell, so we're gonna have you come back. You have to visit us again.
There's a lot. There's that. I told you there's a lot.
Yeah.
I've done it all my life.
Jonathan.
I like to make people entertained. You know.
Yes.
I think that's what I've.
Well, we appreciate it. We appreciate it, Ninja. Thank you so much. And again, we'll arrange it with Jonathan.
And thank you for rapping for us. We appreciate that. Yes.
Yes. Thank you. Have a good one. All right.
Bye.
Bye, Ninja.
All right. Oh my God, he is definitely entertaining, and he brought the love in the comments. So hey, we ain't never had the comments like that for real.
Yeah,
Jonathan, you did good. You did good, Jonathan. Thank you.
Awesome.
But I know he's gonna do even better with our next guest. He's gonna do better with our next guest because. And you know what? This is a cute way. This is a cute way of spelling it because it's yesterday the poet, but it's YXSTERDAY. Okay, and I'm not gonna lie. You know my old stuff in my brain. I'm like, why? Yes. What is? Oh, yesterday. That's how I was. You know, I'm getting old, right? So yesterday the poet is from DMV, based spoken word artist and evolving rapper known for blending poetry, hip hop, and activism into deeply international, emotionally driven music. Emerging as a voice of substance in a trend-driven landscape, his latest project, Protest Pack, captures a powerful mix of personal reflection and social commentary, drawing from experiences spanning nearly a decade. A decade? He look like he a baby. I know, right? I know. Including the emotional weight of the George Floyd protest era. Raised in a family rooted in activism and connected to cultural influence through his uncle, legendary comedian Tommy Davidson. You know we love Tommy. Yesterday brings both charisma and consciousness to his work. With a master's degree in social work from University of Michigan, he approaches music as both expression and therapy, creating soundscapes and challenges, heal and provoke thought. More than an artist, Yesterday represents a movement rooted in purpose, using his platform to inspire and reflections, resilience, and change. Yes, put it together, put your hands together for yesterday. The poet. I don't know why I said it like that, though.
Hello, everybody. How y'all doing?
Hey, how are you?
We are well. How are you?
I'm doing great. Can y'all hear me okay?
How are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm doing great.
First of all, you're showing off because you got a mic. Got no mic. So you got a mic.
So
you showing off, all right?
My wife is actually a visual artist, so she's a painter. I don't know if y'all can see the paintings behind me. I'll turn the light on.
Beautiful.
We do.
Wait, your wife did those?
Yeah.
What? That's awesome. Oh, we're gonna have to have her on the show.
She's been going crazy on Instagram, like really going up and gaining a following, and all this cool stuff is happening with her. But I say that to say she's been trying to do like a little bit of streaming kind of activity. So she bought, that's why my mic is pink. I don't know if y'all noticed.
Oh, you ain't pay attention to
I
that.
was gonna point that out. But you know, I like pink, but you know, so yeah, okay.
Right. So this is her. This is her.
He want to tell that story to explain why he had a pink mic. That's all that really was.
Exactly. I mean, I'm gonna do anything I can to love my wife, though. But
that's a good husband. Support your wife. Any chance you can, support her, and we got to get her definitely on the show.
Yeah,
I'm about to say she need to come on the show because is dope.
Thank you.
Yes, sorry.
Yes, definitely. So, how are you yesterday?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. You know, you mentioned my project, the Protest Pack, coming out. It's been about a month since it came out. It's had a great reception, and it's every purchase that has been made for that project has been reinvested or donated to those that need it. Obviously, this project is very politically poignant about what's been going on in our country. So for me, it's like making this art is how I process what's going on, and kind of understanding it for myself, but also trying to inspire other people to do the same. And it doesn't feel right to just make the art, put it out, and make money off of it, and not actually live what I speak. And so I decided to, like, everybody who's bought the album, I've literally just donated that money to people I see online who are struggling, or, you know, people on the street, or whoever it is, you know, like, I'm trying to give it directly to people who are affected the most by the things I'm talking about. So that's been exciting and invigorating for me. I'm also moving to New York actually this summer.
Wait, you said you're moving to New York?
Where are you now?
Yeah, I'm just outside of DC right now. So yeah, I'm from Silver Spring.
Where you moving to in New York?
Brooklyn. So like I said, obviously my wife is an artist. She just quit her job to do art full time.
I know
she got
that.
accepted to a gallery up in Brooklyn. We both wanted to make a move and just like do a summer move and see what we could do with both of our art. So she got accepted at the gallery in Brooklyn. Like Ninja was saying, New York is like the birthplace of hip hop. It's the art mecca of the world, right? So
that's right.
I'm going to be working up there on my, you know, on new music and things like that, and just finding inspiration, as well as still doing my normal therapy work virtually. So
gotcha. That is awesome. Well, congratulations. Good luck with you guys on the move.
Thank you.
Man, that's like, to say, you know, most people, like, when they're moving, it's like they were already in New York and they're moving like towards down south.
Yeah.
But to hear somebody say they're moving like from the southern part, Washington ain't all southern, but I'm just saying, and you moving up to New York.
Right. To New York.
To New York and to Brooklyn at that. Okay, now.
Yeah.
That's what's
up. Right to it, so.
Yeah, and you know what?
Like we get right to it.
For the arts, you know, for the arts, you guys are literally going to be in the Mecca place to be when it comes down to the art. You know, both you as hip hop and for music art, and her as an artist. But her work is awesome. So
thank you.
I'm be trying to put my coins together. I gotta put my coins together. Tell her I need the family discount, but put my coins together.
Well, she does commissions too. Like if you want something, so
I need a miniature.
Right.
I'm not big time yet where I could get a big picture, so I need a miniature one that I can get on my desk.
Right.
And I can say that I got this from this artist, and she's in New York. So I'm just gonna put it out there. Just tell her what I said.
Okay, I know. I'll keep it in mind.
Gotcha. So we got a couple of questions for you. Since you always started off, so you go ahead. No, you go ahead.
You got questions. I thought you meant in the chat that we had questions like that. Okay.
Oh, you got.
So how growing up in a family rooted in activism shaped the way you approach poetry, music, and storytelling today?
Wow. that's like asking like, how did you become who you are? So like you mentioned, my uncle is Tommy Davidson. To me, he's just Uncle Tommy. And he wrote a book recently about his story, his life story, how my grandmother found him in Mississippi when there was the Mississippi riots was going on during the civil rights movement. So the bus riots that were going on in Mississippi, my grandmother, who was white, and my grandfather drove from Colorado, from out west, to Mississippi to support the civil rights movement.
Yeah.
And so when they went there, that's when they found him. The rest is history, right? So my grandmother actually moved to Maryland to pursue a PhD in sociology, and they lived in Section 8 housing, Rosemary Hills, which was an all-Black neighborhood. And she wrote her PhD on the neighborhood that my mom and my uncle grew up in. And so the first poem I remember writing was about my grandmother. And it was I was probably like, I don't know, 7 maybe. It was like I think I was in like a poetry club after school in elementary school or something like that.
Yeah.
And I wrote the poem, and I remember loving doing it. Like I grew up playing ball, like playing basketball. I was really into sports. And so it was kind of a different thing for me, but I remember loving doing it as a kid, but I had a lot of interest. So it was kind of something that got put to the side. And then my grandmother passed away a couple years later. And so I wrote a poem about her again when she passed away. And she was the architect of that statement that you said about a family rooted in activism. My grandmother was white, but she worked with the Black Panther division in Denver. She was a hippie that lived on the commune. Obviously, like I said, her and my grandfather up and left everything and just went to Mississippi to support the civil rights movement, and then adopted my Uncle Tommy. So she wanted to come to DC because that's where everything happens, politically. And so, she was pregnant with my mother. No, she had just had my mother at the I Have a Dream speech. She was there.
Wow.
So my mom and my uncle grew up, and I mean, it was 3 of them. So my mom and her 2 brothers, but including my Uncle Tommy, obviously, grew up going to demonstrations, going to protests, all the 70s stuff when they were protesting the war in Vietnam. Yeah. My mom was it was like, for them, it was like a normal thing, Tuesday night, all right, we going down to we going down to protest. My mom still be protesting she got arrested 3 times a couple years ago when they were trying to sign Kavanaugh into the Supreme Court justice. They were trying to swear him in. She was down there protesting. They said, ma'am, if we arrest you one more time, you go into the federal prison. So I told her, you got to be careful. But so that's kind of the background where I come from, when I was a kid over the summers, my Uncle Tommy's son, who's about my age, would come from LA to spend the summers here because he wanted him to be connected to where he's from. My mom would show us like the Malcolm X movie, Muhammad Ali. We watched all of Roots when I was a kid because she said they're not going to teach you this in school. So over the summer, she would teach us a different type of education. So in high school, I got involved with the spoken word club. But I really tied back, like I guess the origins of the story that you ask about really to like my grandmother and like writing that poem about her when I was a kid, and then kind of leading to the person I've become now and how I express myself. I think I owe it to her.
Do you remember some of the poems?
Do you remember that poem?
The first one I wrote when I was 7.
Or the one that you wrote when you was in high school. Which one do you remember?
So the one when I was 7, I don't remember the poem, but I do remember it started off. The first line was, "My grandma is like a wild, wild flower." And then it kind of goes into like this rhyme scheme about my grandmother comparing her to a flower.
I love that.
I hope my mom has it somewhere. I don't remember where it went, but I think it's because it's literally on a paper. Back then everything was on paper. So on a little paper, it had a little drawing on it. It's somewhere. So it's somewhere, right.
That's awesome.
Oh, and then just showing your support. He said, "Can't wait to hear poetry, but this is interesting."
Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
I love it. Okay, I got a question for you. So you describe music as both an expression, as both expression and therapy.
Mhm.
What are some emotional truths that you had to confront within yourself through your poetry and music that may have been difficult to say otherwise?
Mm. You know, there's a lot. I think what came to mind first is probably my most recent output, you know, what I just put out for Protest Pack,
Mhm.
because I feel like it's very pointed to this question in particular because, um, you know, one of the lines that I say on Applause is, "I want to do my part, but how do I reconcile to work within a system that does not protect me, one that rejects me?" Right? And I think that kind of sums up my immediate reaction to the question because, you know, as an activist or as a poet, as an artist, when you're calling out the things that is happening in your world, right? In our society, in American society, especially as a Black person, it's hard to say all these things is going on and then you turn around and still go shop at Amazon. You know, you still log on to Facebook, which is owned by Zuckerberg. You know, like all these things that we use every day
Yeah.
also are
Right.
a part of the things that hurt us,
Yeah.
you know? And
Right.
so that is one of the things that has been very difficult for me to figure out personally. That has been really the easiest for me to express through my art
Yeah.
is drawing that kind of what's the word I'm thinking of? Contradiction.
Yeah.
You know, I think on Stones of Sauna, which is also on the Protest Pack, I literally wrote this poem in a sauna. Like I sat an hour and I was sweating my ass off. Like, you know, I thought I might have lost 10 pounds making that song.
So basically, you was cleansing
Right.
and
My phone
cleansing as
overheated
you
like
write it.
3 times. Yup. Yup.
Yep.
And but that was
What?
about what's going on in Palestine and Gaza. And thinking about being Black in America, what that means, and also knowing what this country does to other countries and what's going on, you know, in other places.
Yeah.
Right. And what is my role in that? How do I figure out like how to stand up
Right.
for that or stand against this? Because at the end of the day, I pay taxes, right?
Yeah.
And so I contribute to that in some way. How do I reconcile that? Like, how do I make sense of all of this? You know, so that's kind of like my immediate answer. I think everything feels so political right now in terms
Yeah.
of like my art because I just dropped that and because of what's going on. Like every day it's a new headline, but it's
Yeah.
not all that I talk about per se. I just felt like I had to get this one off my chest. Like all this stuff just keeps happening and happening.
Of
I'm like, I
course.
got something to say, you know.
So now, since you now have put this out and you said you had to get it off your chest, like, do
Mhm.
you feel like a burden has been lifted, or is it like more like I'm still dealing with this? Like it's still kind of
Mhm.
heavy, even though you've released, you
Mhm.
know?
Yeah, that's a great question. It's hard to answer that with one or the other.
Mhm.
I think one of the big concepts or the ideas that I talk about on there is how it's a cycle, right? Like there's a song called Rinse and Repeat. If you look at the cover art, it's me in a reflection of a laundry machine, right? It's rinse and repeat.
Rinse and
And
repeat.
so some of the poems, like I said, like I started in 2016 when I was in college and right after the Michael Brown stuff and it was all, you know, it's all these names that people forget. Philando Castile,
Mhm.
Terrence Crutchers, like there was all these people, Terrence Crutchers, and there's all these names that over time you start to forget because there's so many.
Yeah.
And so I wrote it then, and then I didn't finish the poem. I was at school, busy, never got back to it. Then George Floyd gets killed. And then now everybody's talking about it, and there's all these emotions, you know, we're seeing the videos.
Yeah.
So I wrote the song Rinse and Repeat at that time, and I finished the song Applause. But I never had like the music behind it that made me feel like this is what it's supposed to sound like. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm just not going to put it out for now. And then, you know, all this stuff is going on now. And it's like, well, damn, it's been 10 years since I started these ideas and it still feels very pertinent. It still feels very vital, you know? So in some ways it's kind of I don't want to say depressing, but it's pertinent, right? Like
Yeah.
it's always going to be relevant in a lot of ways, and that's kind of like the nature of the sensory system.
Yeah.
And at the same vein, for me personally, I do think it feels good to say like I just need to get this out here because I've been holding on to it.
Yeah.
You know, and
Right.
I have a really big project that I've been working on for years and years and years, a full length album that's not necessarily this politically focused. It obviously has topics about the Black experience, but it's more so about my experience and how I fit into the culture, as opposed to, you know, all this crazy stuff is going on and I got something to say about it, you know, or we need to stand up about it, you know. So it does feel good to say, hey, I made my statement, and I also have a lot of other art that's more multifaceted coming, you know.
Gotcha. All right. Ninja said that's
So
a
Ninja
real
says
powerful
that's a real.
No, go ahead.
That's his. No, go ahead.
Ninja said that's a real powerful story, and that's why I think goes best in spoken word. People want to hear the stories. That's so true. That's so true. Yeah. All right, sis, go ahead. What you got for your question?
Yeah, that is true. You know, I will say, you know, damn here. When I was younger, you know, my brother Darrell, you know, bless his soul, he says, come to spoken word with me. And I used to go, and I'm not gonna lie, I didn't kind of quite understand it because I was like, I don't like it. Everybody seems angry. You know, everybody was always, this was just always something like, I'm like, no, that's like, you know, I'm like the poet, you know, roses are red, violets are blue, your eyes or whatever, you know, I'm looking for something like that. And everybody just was just so angry, you know, and I was like, no, I don't like it. I wasn't feeling it. But now, you know, older, I get it. You know what I'm saying? I understand why it was the way it was with the spoken word, you know, because it's stuff that you got to get off your chest. Is how you feel. And sometimes it, you know, it comes out that way, you know, and I get it. I definitely get it now. So my question is, when listeners walk away from your music, what's the one feeling, conversation, or change you hope stays with them long after the song ends?
So for me, that goes along with my name, why I'm called Yesterday, because I like to reflect.
I was going to ask you that.
Yeah. So I got the name idea actually from one of my homeboys who used to rap under the name Tomorrow. His name is Thomas. So his first name is Thomas. So he did like the X thing first. It was Tomorrow with the X. And I thought that was so cold. And I loved his, you know, his mixtapes he was putting out at the time. And I made a joke, like, because my real name is Yannick. So it's like his name, Thomas Tomorrow, Yannick Yesterday, was kind of like a play off of his thing. And that's what it turned into. But really, it's because I like to reflect. And like the poetry is like a reflection of my experience. And so my creative process when I'm doing poetry, especially spoken word, is I think of a place in my head. So there's a place in my mind. It may be a physical place. It might be a specific park my grandma used to take me to when I was a kid. Or it might be an Airbnb that I stayed in when I was in Italy for the first time. Or it might be, you know, it might be the creek that my grandfather, who's from North Carolina, country as hell, he used to take me to teach me how to skip rocks. So these are places in my mind. It might not be a physical place. It might be the place where I felt when I went through my first breakup and I didn't know how to handle my emotions. But I established a strong sense of place. And then I try to take the person who's reading or listening to the poem to that place without telling them necessarily this is the place. Right. And so if I can create this space in my mind and bring you there to this space, then I've done my job as a poet. Right.
Right.
That's true.
Yeah, definitely.
Because when you've entered that, space, you will see what it was like for me to feel, what it was like to be in that space, you know? And people can connect to
Yeah,
something.
definitely. It's like being a writer. When you're writing a book, you want the readers to feel what you felt as you were writing, whatever it is that you're writing. So I get it. I definitely get it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, I'm going to ask you to, say one of your poems. You don't have to do the whole thing if you don't want to, but we would love to hear your voice saying one of your poems. So.
Oh, awesome. So I was thinking, like, if they asked me to do a poem, because a lot of my like spoken word pieces are fairly long. But I do have one piece that I thought might fit well for the show.
Okay.
It's not out yet though. So it's actually on my upcoming album. So nobody's heard this outside of my camp.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Ooh, family, we got an exclusive.
Right. And I'm very I like to keep stuff tight to my chest, before it releases. Just because all of it's so personal and it all ties into each other. But I thought this poem would fit the show because it's not too long. So, we're all online. We're not in person. People are tuning in, tuning out. I don't want to be, yapping for 5-6 minutes straight. But also, the activism piece has been a part of the conversation. And my next album has been heavily inspired by Gil Scott-Heron. And Gil Scott-Heron obviously is like the godfather of, he was doing spoken word and kind of rapping to drum beats before rap was really even a thing, before hip hop had its start. And he was kind of an interesting figure throughout hip hop and activism from the 70s, 80s, 90s until he passed away in 2010. But the reason why my work is inspired by him now is because when I started doing it, I didn't even really know who he was. But people would tell me, your music reminds me of Gil Scott-Heron. It reminds me, I knew who he was, but I'd never listened to him.
Yeah.
And so they would say, the only person I can think of to compare you to is Gil Scott-Heron. So around 2020, when everything shut down in COVID, I was like, well, damn, I need to check this dude out. Because everybody keeps saying, that I reminded them of him. And when I did, it instantly felt like I was spiritually connected to him musically. And so anyways, so this poem is a track on my next album. And it's a reference to one of his songs, on his last album. It came out right before he died, actually. And his song is called On Coming from a Broken Home. And so my poem is called On Coming from a Frozen Home.
Ooh, okay.
Okay.
I want to make this a special tribute to the fish that survive at the bottom of the pond during the winter. Those who are beholden by the plight of the ducks wherever they go, and those who follow the footsteps of herons in the snow. You came from a frozen home, like igloos. It kept you warm and that outside is cold. Yet it's still made of ice, so in your veins it flows. That's trauma in your DNA, generational in nature. Meditate to escape it. Slow frost, that glacier turned.
I know we didn't lose her. Did we lose her?
No.
Yesterday, where you at? Yesterday, what did he do?
What happened? Yesterday, did you press the pause button? I was so into that.
I know, right? I was getting into it and some bull, man. Maybe he'll come out and come right back.
Maybe so. I hope so.
Hello?
Oh, man.
Hello? Yesterday? Yeah, he probably something happened. Oh
man, I was into it. I'm like, yo, I could see this poem in my
head. It died.
Oh no. Okay. Oh, we're gonna have to have him come back. Oh.
We all lost for for words and like we got dang.
We're gonna have to have him come
We
back.
all lost for words.
Jonathan, will you please let him know? Oh, you're gonna use his phone?
No,
Okay.
he about to use his phone. Okay. We got a few more minutes. All right, there you go. Okay.
Don't you know my computer? My computer just turned off.
That's what Jonathan just told us.
Yeah, I had to plug it in. I was like, what's going on? Should I restart? I don't know if y'all heard the rest of it.
Yeah, restart. Yes.
Please restart. Yes, please.
I'm sorry about that. I wasn't even paying attention to the charger.
You fine.
Okay. I want to make this a special tribute to the fish that survive at the bottom of the pond during the winter. Those who are beholden by the plight of the ducks wherever they go, and those who follow the footsteps of herons in the snow. You came from a frozen home, like igloos. It kept you warm and that outside is cold. Yet it's still made of ice, so in your veins it flows. That's trauma in your DNA, generational in nature. Meditate to escape it. Slow frost, that glacier turned me to a skater. Figure 8, slide in circles till it's infinite. We are bodies of water, and sometimes it floats to the surface and we can't swim in it. I have some too.
That's it?
That's it.
Yeah.
Is that not enough?
Oh, I thought you froze again. I really thought you froze again.
No, I caught the dramatic ending. Wow.
Yeah. I was like, ooh, okay.
You know what? I love poetry when you can like kind of see it in your head and you may just see like the visual of a fish that's under the layer of ice, but then when you start really listening to the words, and
Jonathan got the snap.
Oh yes, wait, that's right. Snap.
Right. Snap. Yes.
Wow.
Brian said powerful.
Yes, that was.
Thank you.
All right. Now I want to do the rapid fire questions. Man. Ninja said that was a fireball.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
That was.
Come on, give us the rapid fire, girl. Come on.
Ooh, okay. All right. We're just gonna roll through this. I'm ready.
You gotta recover.
I gotta recover. I did because I love me some poetry now. I love some spoken word. So rapid fire. It's gonna be a this or that. Let it come off the top of your head. Poetry slam or hip hop cipher?
Cipher.
All right. Favorite spoken word artist of all time?
Oh, Gil Scott, obviously. Gil Scott Heron.
I love it. Oh. Album that changed your life?
Oh man. I know it's hard to say it now, but honestly, Kanye's My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. That was the first album I ever heard all the way through. And the way he just approached the making music of it, I was in 8th grade and it was just like, I didn't even know you could pay attention to these how much detail it was. So I would say that. I would also say Kendrick Lamar's To Pimp a Butterfly. So those are probably two that I would go to.
That's okay. That's all right. Love it. Do you write better late at night or early in the morning?
Oof. I would say I write when it comes to me generally.
Okay.
So that makes it hard because I'll be like in the middle of work and like it'll just happen. And I'll be like, damn, I just got to do this. But typically I would say night.
Gotcha. Dream collaboration, dead or alive?
In terms of like vocals, I would probably say Kendrick. I'd probably say Kendrick Lamar.
Gotcha. All right. And last but not least, since you said that, Tupac or Kendrick Lamar?
Oh, it's Kendrick. I like Kendrick a lot. That might be a generational thing, though. I'm not trying to disrespect.
I think that's a generational thing. So, but yeah, I like Kendrick too. So yeah, that was cool. Okay. All right. Well, if you would let the people know where they can find you, where they can find Power Pack, let them know.
You can find me on Instagram, and Twitter at Yesterday's Poet. So yesterday, the first E is an X, so it's YXS. Yesterday's Poet. That's my handle on all socials. Protest Pack is everywhere, anywhere you can listen to music, it's there. But on Bandcamp in particular, you can actually pay for it, and all that money goes to people who need it. So if you want to support, the movement, if you want to support, just people who are in need, you can donate. I think I set it to like $5, the minimum, but you can donate more. But it's on Bandcamp as well. So yeah, thank y'all for having me.
Thank you. We thank you for coming. So everybody who is listening, please go to Bandcamp. Go to Bandcamp and purchase. I call it Power Pack, but Protest Pack.
Yeah.
Purchase Protest Pack. Again, it goes directly to those who are in need. So we are going to support. Once we're off the show, I'm going to go there and do it right now. So thank you for letting us know that. Yeah. And you know what? You're going to have to come back. So Ninja sound like Kendrick.
Yeah. No, have me back.
Ninja, you was just talking about Tupac now. Ninja, you just talking about Tupac now. No, we love Kendrick. We love Kendrick as well. But yes, please keep in contact with us. Let us know what you have going on. We would love to have you back on the show. But anything that you got going on, we will, of course, let everybody know so that they can support as much as possible.
Thank you so much. Yeah, the album's coming very soon, a couple months. So
also, okay, all right. You're gonna have to take a picture of you in Brooklyn.
Yeah,
and send it to the show so that we can post it. Like,
well, hopefully y'all see my wife's name before you see mine, because she's got it popping with the art. So
that's what's up. All right, now tell her don't forget I need a miniature.
There we go.
I need a miniature one. To have on my desk when I'm writing. So yeah. I'm gonna let you know, so you let her know, and we'll get it together.
Yeah, he's gonna holler at you. I love it. I love it when our guests come on and then the guests connect themselves and stuff like that. Yeah. I love it. I love it. This is why we're here. Why we're here.
Yes, it is.
Oh wait, hold on. Wait, he said, I don't want to be like Tupac anymore.
That's funny. Denise, it's funny you said that about the spoken word, because I was actually going to do a piece from Protest Pack, from Rinse and Repeat, but that song is like the rage part of how I've been feeling. And so you're like, yeah, spoken word is always too angry for me. And typically my poetry is not like that, but part of what I've been processing is the anger. And so I was going to do that piece today, like on the show. And you're like, yeah, I don't like the angry stuff. So I was like, okay, let me do. I was like, let me do the Frozen Home joint, because it still talks about generational trauma and kind of where we come from, but it's more of a reflection.
No, but I said I'm grown. So
she said she's grown. Yeah, next time you'll have to do it. If whatever's in your spirit when you come back on, we gladly will love to hear it. So
maybe we can have him and the wife one together.
Oh, that would be cool, because we did say we was gonna do a power couples, thing. So when y'all are ready, let us know.
Yeah, for sure.
So that'll work. And see, Ninja can come on with his wife too. So we're gonna put that together.
Yeah. I'm telling you, when y'all talk her, she's gonna be out of here. Like, she had ASAP Rocky messaging her about a painting.
I know, that's right.
Yeah, she's got a lot of interest on her right now. So
that's dope.
I'm always plugging her as much as I can. So
that is nice.
Right. And what is her name? Please or her artist name, and where can they find her?
So she's on Instagram as her main platform. She also is on TikTok. I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know what her handle is on TikTok, but her Instagram is a.julietart. If you type in Ashley Juliet Art, it should come up. But she's been going crazy on Instagram. Like, she had the post for the painting behind me, the purple one. That's a Kanye album. It's at over 1 million views right now, like over 100K likes, and like all of this crazy.
I remember that album cover too. Okay,
and then that's Rihanna behind me. I think that's one of my favorites.
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, so she paints a lot of music related stuff. That's like her shtick right now.
Okay.
So
Soon as we get off, I'm going to her Instagram page and following her. So I ain't ASAP Rocky, but I'm putting my request for.
Yeah, she has a website, so she takes commissions.
Okay.
Is on there. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna hit up. Now tell her ASAP Denitra is gonna be hitting her. All right. Thank you so much for coming on and joining us and sharing your gifts with us. We really appreciate it. That was beautiful. So I'm about to tear up. Gotta bring it in, wheel it in. Okay, I'm good. I'm back.
Oh, Lord, you got her all emotional, whatnot.
Yeah. I'm back though. I'm back. I'm a G. I got this.
Thank you so much, Yesterday, the poet. We appreciate it, and we look forward to having you back on.
Thank you.
Sir. Yes, sir.
All right.
Have a great night.
Bye.
Have a great night. Thank you. Bye. Oh, he is such a sweetheart. He is such a sweetheart. Looking like he about 18 years old, right?
I know, right?
He is such a sweetheart.
Yeah, man. Wow, that was
a baby by his wife and all that kind of stuff. You a baby. You a baby. I love it. I love a talented family. You know I love a talented family. Keep it in the family.
Too. Me
all
too,
right,
definitely.
sis. You know what time it is.
All righty. If you want to be on this.
Hold on. What was that? That was your eardrum or something?
Yeah.
No, what was that? That was your eardrum?
Yeah, my eardrum. Yes. You lucky. Wait, hold on. You want me to do it again? See the pins?
You lucky people usually make noise when they do it.
There you go. I did it. There you go. My eardrum. If you are a creator, an entrepreneur, an activist, and you want to shine light on what you do, join us on the Shameless Plug. Just send a short bio and your picture and availability. We do this on Thursdays. Send that to the Shameless Plug Podcast 25@gmail.com, and we will get back to you to get you on the show. Remember, you do something that somebody is looking for, so why not broadcast what you do on our show? Bam. That was a mouthful.
And let us shine a light on it. Hey, shine a light on it. Hey, shine a light on it. Hey. Yes, he is a great man. Yes, Ninja.
Yes,
I love
Ninja.
it. I love it. Jonathan, yes, a great show. You always deliver with fantastic guests, and we appreciate it. We appreciate
you
you for
do.
it and your guests.
Oh,
all right.
Before we end, I got to do something before we end.
What?
So I have to say shout out again to Rashid Mayers, who is a part of the Collective Net here down in North Carolina. He is the We Don't Wait, We Create. That is his movement. He will be doing, for everyone that's here in the North Carolinas, if you are an actor, model, stylist, videographer, photographer, singer, he is having an event in August. I will post it a little bit more. We'll talk about it more on the show. But just want to let you know, everybody here in North Carolina, we don't wait, we create. It is a networking event. And Mr. Vincent Ward, who was on The Walking Dead, will be one of the guest stars at the event. So, but more information will come. I just wanted to start shouting it out for people to get themselves together and get their tickets. So, but I'll post it some more. So, and you're going to have to come down here for that. Now, it's in August. It's going to be warm down here. So, you need to come down south. I'm just saying.
We'll see.
Think about it.
Just
think about it.
We'll see. I think about it.
Yes.
I think about it. You know, that's my relaxation. I'm chilling on the terrace and everything. You know, that's my. Whoo. We'll see. We'll see.
You can chill down here.
Another episode, season 2, episode 14. Thank you for watching. We appreciate everyone who showed up, your likes, Your comments, the comments was definitely lit. I think we've never had this many comments before and since we've been on, and I just love it. Okay, y'all had my fingers going. That's why me and the daggone engineer, but we're not even gonna get into that, okay? But instead of him being over here engineering, he over here sending raps and whatnot.
He's doing a rap battle. He's doing a rap battle.
Doing a rap battle. All right, our engineer doing a damn rap battle. I swear to God, you never know where Tommy Badass gonna do a show up. But anyway, that's it, y'all. I'm Zanine Connor.
And I'm Denitra Taylor. Bye, folks.
And this is the Shameless Plug Podcast. Yes. Bye.
Welcome to the Shameless Plug with Crimson Vibes and Denise's Creative Mind.
We spotlight the real, no shame in the game. Two queens with the mic calling out your name. From side hustle dreams to headline steam, we raise your voice, we build your team. We don't whisper, we amplify. Your story's power can't touch the sky. This ain't luck, it's divine design. You show up and we align. This is the Shameless Plug, we show you love. Co-sign, you shine like stars above. Denitra and Deneen, the dream tag team. Plugged in, turned up, shameless and supreme. Let them watch you break the mold. Your biz, your brand, your story too. You're next, you're bold, the space is yours. We open paths, unlock new doors. No filters needed, just your flame. We hype your purpose, speak your name.